Today we're starting fresh in Oaklands with a brand new save, but instead of grinding the usual way, we're bringing AI in to help us get the Uncertainty Pickaxe as fast as possible. Will it actually work, or will we hit some roadblocks along the way? Let's find out. Alright, so I've just made a new save, and yeah, now it's time to get ChatGPT to tell us how we're gonna start off and ultimately get the Uncertain Pickaxe. Okay, so it's just come up with there are 54 types of trees, including common ones like oak, birch, and spruce. But it's telling me, I'm guessing, I have to go for oak trees, which is kind of not what I was wanting for it to say. So I guess we have to go for oak trees. Yeah, this is gonna be a long experience. So I'm just gonna open my truck here. I'm assuming it's gonna let me open my truck. I'm gonna skip the tutorial because we're not following the tutorial, we're following what AI is telling us to do. And yeah, no, I'm not buying the starter pack. I'm sorry, game. But I have to go get this oak tree. Well, we have to get oak trees first off, so I'm just gonna drive by the resource hub. I'm contemplating getting the big one or just going for the regular size ones. I'll make my mind up, and then we'll start selling all of this stuff off at the resource hub. Alright, so it actually doesn't fit inside. Okay, I just read what it said as well. We actually can't use this yet. We actually have to sell this. Just the logs. And then can we buy sanders and stuff. Even though I have this now, the saw. I'm pretty sure it wants us to get a sander, so let me sell this real quick, and then I'll meet you guys at the Oak Depot to buy a sander. Alright, so I've just made it over here at the Oak Depot, and we actually need 2,500 to get a rusty sander, so I'm gonna have to go get more oak trees. Yeah, I thought I had enough already. Alright, so now we have enough for the sander. Let me just put this here, drive it up to the front. And now we can purchase a rusty sander, which will make our planking experience a lot easier. Please. Let's purchase this. Let's place the sander down. And now let's ask ChatGPT what trees we should be farming now, because I'm pretty sure we shouldn't be farming oak trees any longer. Okay, so it's just told me the top trees to sand with the rusty sander. Petrified Oak. That was not the tree I was expecting it to say, but hey, apparently it's good, so I guess we have to listen to ChatGPT on this one. Okay, so the map recently got updated, and it's actually changed the location of Petrified Oak. It's actually now towards the right here, and you kind of go down a little hill. The bad part about it, for us since we're just starting out, there's actually like enemies there that can hurt us and kill us. So it might make this process a little painful. So I've arrived, and I actually kind of forgot some actually spawn up here. So I'm just gonna grab this one here, and oh, okay, so I've just informed it that I can't actually get Petrified Oak because we don't have a good enough axe to get that. It's telling us oak or clover. I'm more willing to do clover than oak, so I guess we can get clover. Alright, let's start that again. So I can see a clover all the way over here. There's actually one there, but I'm just gonna go for this one. And we'll take it back to our sander and get this all sanded and really and ready to sell. Alright, there we go. That's all the clover sanded. With the sander, we're just gonna load this in the back of our rusty dupe and sell this off at the resource hub. Okay, there we go. We're back up to 2,500. So yeah, let's see what ChatGPT tells us to do next. Okay, so yeah, I've just told it I've made 2,500 from Clover, and it's told us to buy a steel tool, like a steel axe or pickaxe, which are 5,000 each. So I think the plan is I'm gonna go get another Clover, sell that, and then buy a steel axe. So hopefully we can start farming some better trees and stuff. So okay, there we go, and yeah, just let's sell this and buy ourselves a steel axe.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Alright, after that mishap, we can finally buy ourselves a steel axe. That was a lot more complicated than I thought that was gonna be. But there we go. We can throw this one out. Get out of my sight, bro. And yeah, now we can buy this. Like so. And yeah, let's see what ChatGPT now gives us to do now that we've got the steel axe. Okay, so I've just told it we've got the steel axe, and now it's telling us to get Petrified Oak again. I don't know what ChatGPT likes with Petrified Oak, but hey, if it asks, it receives. Alright, so now I'm back here. It should now allow me to cut down this tree, thankfully. And yeah, once we get this, let's drive this back to our base. And hopefully we can actually saw this. I'm not too sure if we actually can sand this with the equipment we have. I'm praying we can, otherwise, yeah, that's just gonna be another complication to this. Alright, so it's just told me that your sander needs small chunks brought to it. The other alternative is to get a better sander, which is 2,500 hectare deeper. Or alternatively, a refined saw. I almost am thinking I'm gonna take the alternative route to this, just as it saves us a little more time than having to buy, yeah, to get 8,500. So let me keep this here, and I guess we're gonna have to go back to the Clover method. Alright, thankfully that sold for more than I thought it would be, so we can now get the refined handsaw, and hopefully that makes the process with that Petrified Oak there a lot easier. Get out of my sight, please. And just like that, we've got ourselves the refined saw. And now, this should make us be able to saw this like so. I'm actually gonna take this over to the resource hub, store it there, so it saves us a bit of time as well. So I'll meet you over there once I've finished storing all of this. Alright, so I just finished storing all of this up. That took so long. I'm hoping we make a bit off this. Okay, that's a lot more than I was expecting. So yeah, 25,000. It's actually a lot to get a lot of things with, so let's see what ChatGPT guides us to get now. So it's telling us to buy a refined axe, but also a refined pickaxe. So I'm thinking we buy the refined pickaxe just because we actually do need it to buy to get ink, which then brings us into the uncertain pickaxe quest. So let's go do that now. So I've just grabbed the refined pickaxe from this shelf there, and it's gonna cost us 21,000. We can now get rid of this stinky pickaxe that we haven't even used once. Let me just get rid of that. And there we go, we've got our refined pickaxe. Alright, so now we have to try to find some ink, which spawns in Light Slate to my knowledge. Unless I've changed it since I've last gotten this, which I'm pretty certain they haven't. Alright, and as soon as I went into Mike's mine, I've actually found some. So let's quickly grab some of this real quick. Alright, we'll grab these 3 larger pieces, but then I've actually just thought of another issue. We need to refine this, and we don't have a refinery, So, okay, so it's given us an alternative thing here. We can either buy the rusty refinery or buy the metal refinery. I'm pretty certain we don't need the metal refinery, so we can just go straight ahead and buy the rusty refinery. So let's go do that real quick. Alright, here is the rusty refinery. It's actually only $900, which is actually really cheap. Let's go ahead and buy this, and let's take this back to our base so we can get all of this ink refined and see what ChatGPT tells us to do from there. Let's place our refinery right here, and now we've got the job of refining all this. And as you as you can notice, as you may notice, I should say, that's not gonna fit. So we've actually start with a chisel, which is actually really useful, and we can actually chisel this down to the correct size needed to then put through this, and it gives us ink right here. So let's do it to the other two, and then ask ChatGPT what we are going to be doing next. Scrolling back up here to the previous steps that it's told us to do, once we told it that we actually don't have a refinery to do all this with, we need to go to the abandoned mine, which is to the right of us right now, and hit the red button to activate the pedestal quest line. So let's do that right now. So we have to drive inside Mike's mine, and then as soon as we enter, we have to make a right hand turn into here. And straight ahead, I'm pretty sure it's up in here somewhere. Yeah, so as you can see, there's a bit of parkour and stuff we have to do, and we have to try and make it up there. So, yeah, let's do some parkour, I guess. Alright, and we've made it into this room, which then has the red button right here that we have to press. And now that we've heard that sound, we can now make our way back to our truck. Now if we go back to ChatGPT, it tells us we have to... we've already done the mining and stuff. We have to place the 3 infused... oh no. We have to go to the mysterious mushroom spores to get infused ink. It's telling us we have to reforge, but you actually don't. So it hasn't even told us to buy a forge either. So I'm gonna skip that process, and we have to now go get infused ink, and then place infused ink on 3 specific pedestals around the map. I do know where all 3 pedestals are, so we can go do that, and then we have to go to the Sland Lands main hill and grab your uncertain pickaxe after all inks are placed. Alright, so our next task now is to take all of this to the mysterious mushroom cave and get all of this infused. Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces past, I'm homebound. We've made it to the uncertain cave, so we just have to find a mysterious mushroom, which there's a few on the roof already that have spawned. Can they reach us is the question. No. Actually, yes. So yeah, we have to try to get it to shoot that, and there we go. So yeah, we just have to get 2 more of these, and then we can place them on the pedestals. And just like that, we've got all 3 infused. And there's... oh! There's actually a pedestal already by us. We just have to find it in the ravine little maze that's down here. I'm pretty certain it's to the left of us. No, it's not. Crap. I'm kind of lost. So, I guess I'll cut to when I find it. Alright, so I've just remembered it's this way, and then it's pretty much straightforward, and it's right there. Alright, after using the mini map just to find out where it is, I've actually made my way here. So we can place our first one of these inside the pedestal. And just like that, it's gone all pink and stuff, which means it's activated this pedestal here. We now have to exit the ravine and the desert now and make our way back kind of towards the main area. Alright, so now that we've crossed back over the bridge, we make a left-hand turn here, and then we have to make our way kind of towards Alan's Logistics, and the pedestal should kind of be around there. Alright, so we've made it to the second pedestal here that is literally in front of Alan's Logistics. So let's grab our second bit of this, place it on top of this like so. Oh. And then the last one is actually kind of where we've already been already, and that's the Petrified Oak forest that we made our way to previously. And it's actually down in the area we didn't go to, where I said there's actually enemies that can kill us. So yeah, let's make our way down to there. Let's put this inside the pedestal, and then we should hear a bunch of poof sounds. Like so. That's 2, 3, and that should be Pickaxe spawning in like so. And now we have to make our way to the Sland Lands. I've just respawned my truck, and I'm actually gonna tell ChatGPT that the entrance to the Sland Lands is closed, because I actually know that's already closed, and we actually have to break it open with bombs. So I'll just make sure ChatGPT knows that we need bombs to get in there, and yeah, hopefully we don't have to do some stupid stuff to get to the Sland Lands. Please don't be dumb. Oh my god, let's go. It knows what we need. And Mike's mines, and then yeah, just like that, it knows what we need to do. So let's buy these 3 bombs and make our way over to the Sland Lands. Alright, so we've made it to the entrance here to the Sland Lands. We just need to make our way down, and then straight ahead from here should be the entrance. That's been blocked like so, and then by using these small bombs here, we can blow up the entrance. Just like so, we've made our way through to the Sland Lands. So we just have to make our way up this hill, and there should be kind of an area where we can see up here somewhere, and it's basically kind of like an archway that we have to cross to get to this little floating island type of thing that's got the uncertain pickaxe there on the final 4th pedestal there waiting for us. Okay, so now that we've made it up here, we'll see this little area, and it's actually kind of toxic, so we have to make our way through here without dying, which is actually pretty easy, because as soon as we make it in here, we cross this little archway here I was talking about, and yeah, right here is the final pedestal that has the uncertain pickaxes waiting for us right here. And yeah, so I'm pretty sure that answers the question if AI can beat Oaklands, and I'm pretty certain it can. So if you like this style of video, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell button, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.